Are you looking for the best budget app for couples? If yes, this is a review I want you to pay attention to. Number 10, you have Honeydew, our score. 8.4 over 10. When you think about Honeydew, I want you to think about an app that's great for tracking expenses with a partner. So if you're in a relationship, whether you're married, whether you're a fiance, or you're just dating right now, you're trying to really track expenses with a partner, this app is really great for you. And so Honeydew overall allows couples to link financial accounts, send joint budgets, and view each other's spending. So you're able to actually see things, in a very holistic way. And Honeydew can connect to accounts at more than 20,000 financial institutions throughout 5 countries. It also will send reminders for upcoming bills, for example. And the cool thing is, although this is not required to use the app, we actually recommend that you open a joint bank account through Honeydew, so you can really monitor everything in a seamless way. So this is really fantastic. So Honeydew is really fantastic in terms of tracking expenses for couples. And the Honeydew app is available for both iOS and Android. So this is really fantastic. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here, and make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Number 9, you have Stash, our score. 8.5 over 10. When you think about Stash, I want you to think about the best budget app for getting started with investing. So if you're thinking about a budget app for couples and you're trying to really invest together as a couple, this is really great to go with Stash. The cool thing about Stash here is that when you subscribe to Stash, you'll be given access to several budgeting tools, a taxable brokerage account, a debit card that earns you stocks when you use the card for expenses, and a digital bank account. So this will be a digital checking account that you can use jointly, okay? And within the budgeting portion of the app, Stash comes with features where you can track together your spending and set savings goals. This is really good. And if you want to jointly automate these goals, you can use tools like roundups and automatic investing to help you achieve your goals passively. This is really fantastic. So along with passive saving, the checking account Stash offers has no overdraft fees, no minimum balance, no hidden fees, and checks received through direct deposit are received up to 2 days early. So this is just fantastic. Number 8, you have Pocket Guard. Our score, 8.8 over 10. What we love about Pocket Guard is that if you, as a couple, you can actually streamline your budget. This is really great. And Pocket Guard has a clean and simple interface that makes it very easy for couples to quickly see where their money is going and how much is available to spend. Okay, and if you look at it from a couple perspective, this is really great because you are able to jointly manage your account. You're able to see exactly what's happening in the account. And Pocket Guard categorizes spending and calculates how much is left after the bills are paid, providing couples with a simple way to create a budget automatically. You can actually set saving goals as well, and Pocket Guard will automatically deduct and track contributions towards those joint goals. So this is really great. The basic version of Pocket Guard is free to use, while Pocket Guard Plus costs about $8 per month or $35 per year. So there is a cost element to think about here, but it is really worth it if you are serious about having a joint budgeting process. So fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about the top 10 best budget apps for couples. Number 7, you have Busy Kids. Our score, 8.9 over 10. When you think about Busy Kid, I want you to think about a budget app for couples that is great for teaching children to budget. So if you have children right now, let's say you have a child or you have children in general, as a couple, you want to go through a Busy Kid to teach your children or your child how to budget. So this is really great. So long story short, if you want to introduce your children to the concept of budgeting at a very young age, Busy Kid offers a way to do that. The app allows children to track chores, and when parents pay an allowance, it will automatically get allocated to saving, spending, and sharing categories. So this is really great. And children can use the app to browse stocks and charities for their saving and sharing money. But parents get final approval on the use of those dollars. So this is really great. And so kids choose how they use the money allocated for spending. This is really good, but parents can review purchase activity. This is really fantastic. So overall, we love this app a lot. It's just a fantastic concept. Number 6, you have Good Budget. Our score 9/10. So Good Budget is great. It's a great app for couples, a great budget app for couples when it comes to envelope system budgeting. Okay. Now, the envelope system, which is a form of cash stuffing, is a popular budgeting technique that has traditionally involved dividing cash into envelopes earmarked for certain purposes. So when the money in an envelope runs out, that means it is time to stop spending in that category, which is really great when you look at it from a couple perspective. Because if you have a family or if you have a partner, you really want to coordinate spending, you want to coordinate savings, you want to coordinate budgeting overall. And Good Budget operates on the concept of the envelope system concept, and allows couples to deposit money into digital envelopes that can be synced across multiple devices. This allows spouses and partners to easily see how much is available to spend in each category. The app also includes tools to save for future expenses and pay off debts. However, and this is really an important element to say here, be aware that Good Budget will not sync to your bank account, and transactions must be entered manually or imported. So you're going to have to think about doing things manually here, but it is really worth it anyway. Number 5, you have YNAB. You need a budget. Our score 9.3/10. When think about YNAB, I want you to think about a budget app for couples that's great for zero-based budgeting. So previously known as You Need a Budget, YNAB is both an app and a software program that can be used across multiple platforms to create zero-based budgets for couples. So partners can link bank accounts, create a budget, and continuously sync data, offering, in our view, an ideal solution for those who want to watch financial transactions in real time. So if you're a partner, if you and your partner want to watch financial transactions in real time, this app is really good. The app can also track goals and create reports detailing financial progress. So you're able to track things on a seamless way. This is just fantastic. So what we love about YNAB is that we love the ability it gives you and your partner to coordinate things in the relationship from a financial perspective. So this is really, really, really fantastic. Number 4, you have Empower. Our score 9.5/10. So Empower is another budget app for couples that is great for tracking investments. And Empower used to be known as Personal Capital. So basically, this app really distinguishes itself from other budget apps by including a wealth management component. So if you and your partner are really serious about wealth management at the couple level, at the family level, you want to avail yourself of this app. And the app can be linked to a variety of financial accounts for budgeting, tracking net worth, and monitoring portfolio performance. And actually, Empower has a free budget planner that can be used to create a detailed plan. And both partners, both you and your partner, can easily make adjustments as needed. You can also set savings goals, and the app can track net worth in real time. So this is really great. Empower is a free budget app to download and use. However, there is a fee for some services like personalized investment advice. So fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're talking about the top 10 best budget apps for couples. Number 3, you have Simplify by Quicken. Our score 9.6/10. When you think about Simplify by Quicken, I want you to think about a budget app for couples that is great for budgeting beginners. So if you and your partner are beginners, let's say you and your partner are beginners in terms of budgeting, or let's say you and your partner if you have a young couple, a young relationship, you want to use Simplify to actually attract things at a very neophyte level. Quicken has long been one of the most recognizable names in budgeting software, and the company has a mobile app for those who are looking for a streamlined budgeting tool. And so the Simplify app allows couples to link and sync an unlimited number of bank, credit card, loan, and investment accounts from more than 14,000 financial institutions. So this is really great. And what we love about this app here also is that The app can automatically detect regular bills and recommend a personalized spending plan for the couple. Couple partners can set up a watch list for monitoring certain categories of spending, such as like dining out. Like if you dine out with your partner, you want to really get like a better control over that. You can really use Simplify. You can also receive alerts when your spending actually reaches a certain limit. So this is really great. So talk about Simplify. Simplify helps you really monitor things at a very deep level. So this is really fantastic. Number 2, you have Mint, our score. 9.8 over 10. So Mint is actually the best free budget app for couples. And what we love about Mint here is that Mint actually is part of Intuit, which is a company that also owns TurboTax and QuickBooks. So, the bottom line here is that Intuit is really known when it comes to financial services in general. And Mint actually provides comprehensive budgeting tools for couples. The app is free to download and use. And this is really great. And so basically, and now, why is Intuit giving this app for free? Well, because they are trying to get business for their other services, their other paid services, like, for taxes and business accounting, right, for QuickBooks. So Mint allows partners to link and manage accounts from multiple institutions. Plus, the app categorizes spending and creates a recommended budget that can be adjusted depending on how the couple is spending. So this is really fantastic. So from a couple perspective, Mint is a really wonderful app. Number 1, you have Rocket Money, our score. 9.9 over 10. What we love about Rocket Money here is that you have, first of all, we think this is the best budget app overall for couples. You are able to have bill negotiations. You can sync all of your accounts. You can actually, you could look at your accounts from a holistic point of view. So Rocket Money actually is great because it highlights for you and your partner ways you can save money in your monthly budget. The app manages all of your subscriptions, so you can easily see what subscriptions you can cancel. It notifies you when upcoming bills are due, so you can plan ahead, and you can use the helpful spending tracker to see what areas of your file you can trim, you're spending accordingly. This is really cool. And one of the coolest features in Rocket Money is the bill negotiation. So this is really, really good for your couple. So for a fee, the app can negotiate bills for you by finding hidden discounts or promo rates, so you can get a lower monthly rate for whatever it is. Fantastic, really brilliant too. So while the app is free, if you simply want to create a budget for your couple, Rocket Money's premium suite does come at a cost. Members can actually choose from a sliding scale between $3 to $12 per month for premium features that include credit reports, custom categories, smart savings accounts, and more. So users can cancel premium membership at any time. So here you have it, right? The top 10 budget apps for couples. It's really important to really, let's look at the overview here. What are budget apps? Let's really talk about them. Because a budget app actually has pros and cons. It's important to really understand what the pros are and what the cons are before you get yourself into any kind of apps, right? So first of all, what are the pros of budgeting apps for couples? You have ease of access, affordable or free, less chance for errors, most importantly, at the couple level, helpful automated interfaces. What about the cons here? Well, it can be difficult to learn, especially if you and your partner are not if you're not financially savvy, you're not really financial people, and cash can be hard to manage. You must have an internet connection for syncing, and there are actually potential for upsells. So those players, a lot of time, they want to sell you other stuff. That's what I was just telling you. Mint, for instance, is free, but they are selling you other things in the meantime. One thing I want to say here is that if you do not want to go with if you do not want to go with the budget app for couples, you have alternatives. There are alternatives to budgeting apps. Okay, you have budgeting software, for example. So basically, if you're not keen on using your phone, you can do most, if not more, of the same things on a desktop computer that a mobile app will let you do. You may be able to log into a program online or download a program on your computer. You can also think about expense tracking apps. So budgeting can seem overwhelming, and a good first step for many people is to simply track their spending. If that's the case, a more streamlined app might be better for you. Okay. You can also think about spreadsheet budgeting. So basically you can actually make a DIY budget using a paper spreadsheet or a program like Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. So this lets you customize the budget the way you want it, although it is more work to put together and maintain. You also can think about cash envelope budgeting. This is another way also where you're able to control everything, because see, when you think about cash envelope budgeting, you will take out paper cash and put it into categorized envelopes such as food, clothing, and gas. With this method, this lets you set a stricter budget cap for yourself if you had problems spending too much in the past. Also, you can think about there's something called pay yourself first budgeting. So if you really hit the idea of budgeting, this method allows you to sidestep the whole thing entirely by setting up automated transfers into your savings account with the remainder left over to spend as you wish. Let me actually give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation. As a couple, it's really important to understand that budgeting is quintessential. Because see, if you're trying to really monitor your finances, if you want to have great credit scores, if you want to actually buy a house in the future, if you're trying to really go on vacation, you need to have a foundation that allows you to budget, that allows you to monitor your finances, that allows you to monitor spending, right? It's not about just, I'm not here to give you like a normal step-by-step for budgeting, but what I want to say is that you need to have a system. No matter what it is, it can be through Excel, it could be through a spreadsheet, it could be through something, Google Sheet, it can be through an app, it could be through software, whatever it is, you got to have a system, or envelope stuffing. You got to have a system. Otherwise, you will be running into financial trouble all the time. Now, how do you budget? Well, I'm not going to go through like a full one-on-one, like a full step-by-step in terms of budgeting. At a very minimum, you want to really look for the categories that you spend on mostly every month. Okay. So first, you want to categorize your expenses. Number two, you want to have a very simple way to say, you know what, every month, we are going to spend $1,000 and that's it. Okay. You need to set a certain limit. So when you set a certain limit, you are able to control how much you are going to spend, and you'll never go, as long as you are able to maintain that sort of threshold and never go above it, you are good to go. And so that's the second thing. The third thing you need to do here is to actually enforce those rules. In other words, if you say we're not spending more than $1,000, make sure that you actually stick to it, no matter what. Now, there could be some months where you might be a little, like you might quote unquote violate your own rules, but don't make it a habit, right? You want to be in a situation where you are constantly enforcing the threshold, the number that you actually have set for yourself. If it's $1,000, $1,500, $500, whatever it is, you need to enforce it. And the cool thing is you can enforce that number at the category level or at the overall level. So you can say, you know what, we're not spending more than $200 when it comes to food. We're not spending $100 when it comes to entertainment. We're not spending $100 when it comes to let's say traveling, for instance. So that's one option. Second option is you can say, you know what, we're not spending more than $1,000. So when you're able to maintain those limits, you will have a good grip over your budget, and you will not need to go through something complicated to really see whether the app is working for you or not. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about the best budget apps for couples. Let's do a quick recap here. Number 1, Rocket Money, 9.9 over 10. Number 2, Mint, 9.8 over 10. Number 3, Simplify by Quicken, 9.6 over 10. Number 4, you have Empower, 9.5 over 10. Number 5, you have YNAB, 9.3 over 10. Number 6, you have Good Budget, our score 9 over 10. Number 7, you have Busy Kid, 8.9 over 10. Number 8, you have Pocket Guard, 8.8 over 10. Number 9, you have Stash, our score 8.5 over 10. Number 10, you have honeydew. Our score, 8.4 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.